Hope you could hear me. Excuse the coffee, but I only have two hands. One has my phone, and the other coffee. Taking a little nature walk today. I was gonna go live, but I'd rather do a little video. I think it's gonna take some time to organize something where I could do uh, live like calls with people. I'm gonna need to get a little bit more traction with my videos and some more people that actually know about it and do good jobs at promoting the video and all that good stuff. I'm learning as I go, and it's just about getting the ball rolling right now. And how do I do that? Just be as consistent as I can be. On TikTok, I'm pretty good at making videos only because the content involves my work. So I could do things at my work. People seem to be interested in seeing how an Amazon delivery driver spends his day and what kind of situations he gets himself into and all that. And it's entertaining, right? Entertainment is entertainment. I remember when I used to watch TV, I was channel surfing and I would get to little areas in the TV world where it was just shows about how they made things. Like I remember they would go into the actual factories of let's say soda pop or making Tootsie Rolls or how they package lollipops and make them or even make jams. They'd show you all the machines and it was just fun to see how things work and how the things you see in your everyday life were made and put together. And it's the same thing with working with the type of job that you have. Everybody wonders, oh, I wonder what it would be like to do Amazon or what they go through or what kind of, how does it look inside the van? How do they do all those deliveries? How do they make it through? So, entertainment is entertainment. People like to watch things, people like to um, get the inside scoop. Everybody wonders how things work. I'm sure if we had a show, a simple show of like how rocks are formed, people would watch that. Everybody wants to know. You learn that in school, right? I think it's just years and years of the land moving around and sand being built together or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've been in junior high. I think that's when I learned about rock formation. But anything can be entertainment. And being somebody who, was a consumer of videos where I literally would sit around all day and uh, watch things on TikTok and YouTube. It was just about passing time. Look what beautiful day it is. It was just about passing the time. Didn't matter what kind of videos I was watching. There, wasn't really a category that I would get into. Although the algorithms, as we all know, if you watch a little bit too much of one thing, that's all it shows you. But for the most part, my algorithm was pretty, it was all over the place. So I'd watch videos of like chiropractors, sports, uh, people making things like wood carvings or soap carvings, paintings, science things, nature things, how rockets work, and Neil deGrasse talking about outer space, and Joe Rogan, all that stuff. Mine was really like almost anything you could think of. Because I'm a curious person. I think we all have a curiosity in us. And we all have this calling to want to understand and to just to know more, to get that inside scoop. It's what's driven me my whole life, to be able to understand things, to really get the bigger picture. But yeah, I'm out here making my video, taking my walk, drinking my coffee, still figuring out things day to day, not really putting too much thought into it. I know the things that I want to do, but I know I won't be able to do that until I have a base, and then I'll be able to build on top of that base. So for now, it's going to be just videos like this, where I'm just speaking my mind, whatever's going on while I'm walking out here. It's also uh, it's also good to be outside and walking. And since a lot of people are inside watching these videos, one of my favorite things was, and strangely still is, watching people do things outside in nature. Fishing, biking, taking trips, like adventure stuff. But I would never do them. Not because I didn't want to. My finances aren't where they need to be. Where I exactly don't know where they need to be for me to do those things, because most of those things are free to do. But maybe I'm just making excuses. Maybe I'm just not going out there. But that's like one of my favorite type of videos to watch. People doing activities outside. I love seeing like scenic views of outside, which is so strange because outside is, one step away from, from all you have to do is go out your door and walk around your neighborhood, and you're in nature. You're in that thing that you're watching and that you want to be a part of. But we'd rather be on the couch or sitting somewhere inside and watching other people do it. It's totally fine though. Little by little, I think we'll get a clue and finally go and do things on our own. Took me a while. I had to figure out that I was kind of I was sitting in place, I guess. Had no real motivation to go out and do those things. They looked awesome. They looked fun to do. It's like, nah, I don't need to do that. I just need to relax and get ready for work for tomorrow. If I have the day off, I'm going to take advantage of it and, spend as much time as I can recovering, quote unquote, letting my body rest. And I actually need the opposite with the type of work that I do. If I sit for too long for a whole day, look at that eagle or falcon. If I sit around all day on my days off and I get back to work tomorrow, I'm fatigued within like the first hour of work. My bones hurt, my back hurts, my legs hurt, I'm out of breath. So I found that on my days off, I have to continue um, that habit of walking and having my my body moving around, keep my mind working too. Not overthinking, not doing that stuff, but just staying present and not so much into my phone. I love how the trees look when the sun's shining through them. I don't know if you can see what I see, but there's a bunch of little spider webs and you can see the silk and they're moving with the wind. But on my days off, I try to walk. If I don't do something like this or go to a park and walk around for a bit, I'll do it in the gym. Usually I'll take like an hour walk on the treadmill. And that's just to make sure that my body stays in condition so that I can go back to work tomorrow and it doesn't feel like I got a message or it's tracking my no, it's asking me if I want to track my walk. When I go back to work tomorrow, I it's there's no dust on my wheels. There's no like there's no need for me to grease the wheels to make everything work. Everything has been moving and I've been testing it on my days off and making sure everything is ready to go. I think it was Michael Jordan when somebody asked him, why do you practice every day? Even on off season, you go in and you don't have any games. It's not basketball season anymore and you're still in the courts practicing and shooting basketball. It's like there's no reason to get ready for the game tomorrow when it's not going to be until later or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, probably making up my own words. But he told them, it's not about getting ready, it's about staying ready. And that's the way that I look at it too. I don't have to It's not about getting ready for tomorrow or anything or for work. It's just about staying ready for anything that happens. I'm going to be passing by somebody. I'm going to stay a little quiet. Still a little bit too shy to talk. See if we say good morning. Good morning. healthy, and everybody likes to come out and walk. I think one of the most beneficial things to do, if you're in a safe area, you're not somewhere too dangerous, like this older lady is walking all by herself out on this trail, which, I don't recommend people do it, but if you are strong enough and you're not fearful of things, I would recommend it. So I don't recommend it, but I do recommend it if you're able to do that. Just take a walk by yourself. Kind of helps you pay attention to what's going on within you, and it puts you right here in the present moment. And it's good for you. Staying healthy brings you a little bit closer to um, connecting with your body, and it's kind of tricky because the whole thing for me is recognizing that I'm not my body, that I'm not my thoughts, right? Not my feelings. But it, I guess, exercising and doing those types of things, you kind of do realize you're not your body because you're getting tired, things are hurting, but if you don't focus on it, it kind of stops after a while, and you're still going. And before you know it, you've walked a mile, you've gotten to a whole new destination. So I guess it does benefit my whole theme of life. The crazy thing that I always reflect on when I'd take road trips to like Arizona, driving down the highways and stuff. One time in particular, I took a hike up in Arizona to this place called Hieroglyphic Trails. It's where the Indians had to walk through the mountains to get to the Arizona area, and you can see all the petroglyphs that they put up on the rocks, and it kind of it's like a natural museum, right? And you're standing in the spots where these people walk through, where they had no roads, they had no maps. It was just them, their will to discover and to find something better. And then, those types of things make me think about how they used to travel back in the day. Whether it was by horse or by foot, they didn't really have any direction or any type of vehicle or quick way of getting there. They just walked. They followed the sun, they followed whatever it was. That's kind of how I live my life now. Obviously, I have cars, right? Obviously, I have roads and I have maps. What I'm trying to say is that's how I direct myself on a day to day. I don't have a plan. I mean, there's things that I know I need to do. I need to save up money. I need to be able to afford food. I need to have a good home, a shelter. I need to stay in shape. But I don't really focus on where I'm going or how I'm going to get there or if I'm going to get there. I just walk, right? And the only direction I have is no direction at all. It's just following. It's a beautiful thing. These realizations, these reflections that I'm able to have. Kind of miss. Have to keep checking my microphone to make sure that it's on or not. I'm gonna have a whole video with no audio like I've had the past like 4 times. Which is funny to me. That's one thing that I miss about Arizona is there were a bunch of trails and it's like desert everywhere, but it's all nature. It's not too bad here where I'm from, but like right now, I don't know if you can hear the toll road, all the cars passing by. You wouldn't hear that in Arizona. It'd just be pure nature. I don't know if you can hear the little stream going. So here you can hear nature and the birds, the sound of the creek. But at the same time, there's the cars passing by, the airplanes that are flying over. But that's the world, right? It grows and becomes something different. And we have to adapt to everything that's in it. But it adds more to the distraction on the outside. That's kind of what keeps us from focusing in on what's going on in the inside, which is very important for us to sit still and kind of pay attention. Because if we understand that thing that's happening inside of us, that little universe that's making up things, telling you where to go, what to wear, who to vote for, what to speak on, how to behave, to worry, to stress, to fear. We don't really focus on that system that's inside of us that keeps us from being who we ought to be. I think I'm going to keep the video just a little bit shorter than usual. It's 25 minutes. I'm going to add a little bit of other stuff to it. I'm going to put some intro music and outro music. I like doing that. Makes me feel more artistic. Not autistic, artistic. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you all are having a good week so far. Just started, so there's still a lot of time to do things. Most importantly, try to focus on right now. Don't think too much of the past and of the future. Let the past be the past. Let it disappear into yesterday. And let the future be the future. It's not promised. Just be here. Be present. There's a lot more to be offered here. And with that beautiful little message, I leave you. I'm going to bring the music in right now. Look into the camera and be as genuine as possible. Nah, later guys.
Magic mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land?